Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I will share the results of your presentation. Before starting, I will introduce the member of the group. The first is Wedi Kusuma. The second is Melia Putri. Okay, study away. I went to the presentation material which was read by Melia Putri.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Melia Putri, NPM 19040020. RIKA, I will explain material about 6 key principles of reforming the current ELT curriculum in Indonesia. 1. Revisiting role of teachers from a curriculum development perspective. In the curriculum development literature, there are 3 approaches to how teachers enact a curriculum at a classroom level. In the first curriculum model, a curriculum transmission or top-down framework, teachers are required to follow prescribed curriculum material, such as syllabus, lesson plan, and textbooks. The curriculum controls what and how to teach and what and how to learn. The official curriculum firm objective, content, pedagogy, and assessment in which the totality of students' language ability is assessed or judged through a series of tests. In other words, teachers are spoon-fed by the whole package of the curriculum. In the second curriculum model, curriculum adaptation or development, teacher tailor curriculum material, competency, standard, syllabus, textbooks, or their local teaching practice. This process is called the Experiment Curriculum, the late 1992. Thus, the adaptation approach gives teachers autonomy of RAM curriculum materials according to their local context. The third curriculum model, curriculum enrichment, this curriculum as a process jointly created and jointly and individually experienced by students and teachers. In this regard, curriculum is not viewed as a product, but as a process of reconstruction of the enacted experiences, the ongoing process of teaching and learning. Both student and teacher encounter. With this in mind, teachers play a role as creators of curriculum knowledge. And curriculum materials, teacher-driven language curriculum development. From the viewpoint of teacher-driven language curriculum development, teachers should be interested to become drivers of changes in both language policy and practice within and beyond the remit of their classrooms and schools. It is understood that teacher-driven curriculum innovation may take many years to achieve with widespread dissemination, legitimacy, and formalization in policy. To facilitate this, policymakers should recognize teacher agency, the capacity of teachers to act within the context of problematic situation, to engage in autonomous action within the contingencies of the environment within which such action occurs. This implies that teachers are not implementers or transmitters of policy and curriculum materials, but they are in turn actors who are capable of criticalizing possible constraints or inadequacy of formal policy and curriculum materials by developing or modifying curriculum content at classroom and school levels. In this instance, a curriculum should be viewed as a process of knowledge reconstruction which takes place within and beyond both school and classroom, a social environment where both teacher and student engage in pedagogic encounters. Thus, negotiating teacher-driven language curriculum development with policymakers may help ensure access, equality, and quality across all educational level and setting. 3. Positioning and Reframing English language pedagogy. Pedagogy is part of the experience curriculum. Without this enterprise, curriculum is merely seen as a document or a plan. In other words, pedagogical practice are manifestation of the official curriculum, the hidden curriculum pedagogical practice without planning. At the null curriculum, what is missing in the official curriculum? The pedagogical landscape is always complex and multidimensional. Power, agency, identity, forms of participation. Due to the complexity of language pedagogy, English teaching and learning cannot be implemented in a linear way. As stipulated in the 2013 ELT curriculum, teachers and students should experience a five-stage learning process, including observing, questioning, experimenting or exploring, associating, and communicating. The ultimate goals of this pedagogical trajectory are to help language students build and enhance the ownership of English, as well as to view English learning as a short and long-term investment. Thus, what students have learned from classroom and school should be resources for them to enhance in real-life communicative encounters.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is M.PD Kusuma. I will reading material number 4, Integrating Assessment and Pedagogy, a Dynamic Approach. Language assessment is a curated part of the whole curriculum. Language assessment should go beyond formative and summative assessment, in which the format aims to promote learning informally and frequently conducted in classroom, and the latter formally planned periodically assessment is treated to document learners' progress or achievement. The formal assessment in continued with measuring the results of learning development and not necessarily with promoting development. Language assessment should not be seen as a product of learning, but a process of developing what students have learned. Dynamic assessment is epidemiologically rooted with physically zone or promic development and the belief that cognitive capabilities development through social interactions and physical and symbolic artifacts. A dynamic approach to language assessment recognizes the single entity of pedagogy and assessment. Thus, the approach challenges conventional view on teaching and assessment by arguing that tests should not be seen as separate activities but should indeed be fully integrated. 5. Reframing on language teaching. A teacher training and education being a language teacher is a complex and demanding profession. This profession requires not only capability of understanding curriculum and putting curriculum material into practice, but also having solid to product language teachers with the whole package of relevant competence. Language teacher training and education institution should provide a curriculum that touches upon comprehensive theories of language policy and planning, as well language curriculum development. Teacher training and education institutions should more teacher role into the developmental role rather than the instrumental in order to recognize the agency of teacher. Teacher role as the developmental is much relevant to positioning teacher as agent of change. To reframe the 2018 LT curriculum, language teacher should take on the developmental role With his in mind language teaching, always engaged in reflective, proactive, joint knowledge, contribution, long life, learning process oriented, personal and professional learning, and theory-driven action enterprise. In line with this, language teacher educator should be aware that teacher should recognize what becoming a teacher means and how they should behave professionally. 6. Sustaining vibrant teacher professional development. Sustained and vibrant teacher professional development is one of the key factors of fruitful language curriculum development and achievement is that teachers are active actors of the enterprise of their and further content that M.PD is deemed as a critical means of improving school, increasing teacher quality, and improving the quality of student learning. M.PD is part of professional of teacher learning. Individual teacher learning is affected by institutional or school system orientation. Baiklah, hanya itu yang dapat dari kelompok kami sampaikan. Kalau ada salah dan janggal, kami mohon maaf. Saya akhiri dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.